Okay, well. All right, I don't even know how to start. And I don't even know if this will make it into the video or if anything. Anyway, finally off to the tiny house. I have packed what I can pack, what I can think of. This week has been just hell on wheels. From the accident on Monday to insurance just in slow rolling, and I mean, I am thankful that I have a vehicle now to go on and do this, and I need it because I didn't know if it was going to happen. I didn't know how it was going to happen. I don't even know what to say about it. I'm going to drive, I'm going to clear my mind, and I'm going to head into a tiny house, and I'm going to reset, and I'm just going to learn step one on how to be a travel YouTuber by doing some travel, getting out of my house, going away. It's not a far way, but we're gonna do it. So let's head on. I'm heading out to Sunnybrook, just a couple hours from home really. Central Alberta might not sound like much, but that's kind of the point. This trip isn't really about where I'm going, it's about learning how to film, how to reset, maybe even how to finally breathe a little bit. If you're into quiet stories like that, then you might want to stick around, because I have got no idea what I'm walking into. Okay, well. Oh, hello, Tiny. Hello, Tiny, indeed. What have I gotten myself into? There's a heater, and there's a bed, and... Hey, Wonder Crew, it's Mike, and I am in a tiny house. And when I saw the pictures, I knew it was small, but man alive, when they said tiny, they meant tiny. Well, let's get in here, get set up, and let's tiny house. We'll be using the sleeping bag as a sleeping bag. Do you want to know what else I forgot? A pillow. And having just had the accident and all that, I'm already sore. Sleeping is going to be fun the next 2 nights. I don't know how I'm going to survive it, but I will figure something out. Okay, well, I guess it is time to give a tour of my teeny tiny house. Let's get to it. This is my teeny tiny house. I've got some shelving here, which I've put my food on. I've got a little lamp. I've got a few cooking things here. They gave me some utensils and stuff like that, and a lighter. My bed, which again, I brought completely the wrong size of sheet for, so I'll just sleep in the sleeping bag like a sleeping bag. A bit more space here. I've got, this is a view looking outside, just looks very nice. I'm sure in the morning it'll look nice as well. And yeah, that's the inside. I've got a hot plate here with some drinking water. There's no running water. This is my electricity, which I'm told if I put too much in, I will pop the breaker. There's a fire pit, but apparently there is a fire ban going on right now, so I'm not going to be able to do that, which is unfortunate, but I suppose I can cook my marshmallows on the propane camping stove. And again, there's a few things for that, so I can sit out here in the morning, have some tea or whatever. And I'm told that down that way there are paths and ponds and all that kind of stuff, which we will explore tomorrow and fly and do all that kind of stuff. And just look at this through the sunset is coming out. It is going to be gorgeous, so it's going to be nice. It's just going to be tiny. And of course, that's the pathway where I came down from before. So yeah, welcome to Mike's Tiny Living. Hey, Wonder Crew. Here I am, and I'm alone. There's nobody here. I can hear the silence. That is my tiny house behind me, my rocking camping chair that I brought. So I've got that. And yeah, it has been something else to get here this week. The ride up here was about 2.5 hours. You can imagine, after being in a car accident, my neck and my back are sore. But I'm gonna do what I can do. This isn't a thing to complain. My point here is not to complain. My point really is to say, do you know what? Even through the toughest of moments, you can still get there. You can still do it. I ended up in a rental car last minute, but I did it. It was scary. I was afraid this trip wasn't going to happen, but it did. And now I just get to sit here. I'm going to enjoy the quiet. I'm going to reset. I'm going to learn how to film by myself. And I know you say, well, you're going to have the kids with you when you travel. Well, not always, but more than that. I mean, the kids won't be expected to do all the, filming and stuff like that. It's going to be primarily me. So this trip is really about being phase one. In a couple of months, we're going to be going to Jamaica, and I've got to be on my A game. So this trip one of the 1177 is just as much about just honing my skills, making sure that I've got it, that I can do this, as it is living in a really tiny house. It is so tiny. So this is night one. Sunset should be in a little bit. It's going to get dark. There's not going to be any fires because there is a fire ban, but I'm just going to chill, take it slow, make myself some tea maybe, and yeah, that's what's going to happen. Good morning. It is the beginning of day 2. I got up early, had some tea, caught a bit of the sunrise, relaxed a little bit, and now you've seen me cook my first breakfast. You guys will have to tell me how I did. I have never cooked a breakfast on a grill before. Went with simple bacon and eggs, made way too much bacon and kind of destroyed the eggs, but hey, it is what it is. Day 2, starting off with a good breakfast. Hi. After breakfast, I took a moment to slow down and journal, just to get my thoughts out and clear some space in my head. Then, it was time to head out on my first hike of the day. Even though I was still a bit stiff, a lot stiff, I didn't want to waste the morning. This trip was about exploring and moving and getting more comfortable with the drone, and I needed to make sure that I did that, limps and all. Hey, how's it going?
Good, you?
Not too bad?
What's going on?
Nothing, I'm up here in a tiny house. The owner's got a Airbnb or whatever going on.
Oh, okay, I got you.
And I did get permission for flying.
Oh, good, brother.
So
no, I'm the security advisor for Cinepex.
Oh, gotcha.
We've got a bunch of thefts around the site here, so whenever I see somebody that
looks out of place and is doing something weird.
So it's all good, brother.
Nope, I totally get it.
I saw your drone flying, and I thought, oh, he's just out having some fun. So.
Yep. And I promise I won't take pictures of anything sensitive.
There's nothing sensitive out here, don't worry. Have a great day, man.
Yeah, you too, man. So that is one of the reasons why it's very important to get permission to do flying when you're going to fly, because you never know who's watching, you never know who's going to be taking an interest in what you're doing. Obviously, I got permission to fly the drone well before I ever put her up in the air around here. In fact, before I even booked the Airbnb. So it ended up being no problem. But let that be a lesson. Get permission. Know where you're flying. Know what the rules are. Running into that security guy reminded me that even out here, you're not always alone. And that's not a bad thing, but it did shake me out of my solo flow a bit. So I took a quiet moment to reset, make some lunch, tried to ease back into the mindset that I came here for. And then, it was off to my second hike of the day. So, somebody once told me that hugging trees helps get you grounded, helps you kind of get your balance back in Mother Earth or whatever. It's not something I've ever done, but you know what? With the theme of today, I could use all of the healing that I can get. So why don't I try hugging a tree? Let's see how it makes me feel. Not trying to be skeptical or anything like that. I really am curious if it at all helps. Let's see. Okay, so here I am about to hug a tree. Not really my usual vibe. I'm a city boy through and through, as you all know. Trees are nice from a distance, but I heard this can be grounding, and honestly, after everything lately, I figured, why not? It definitely felt awkward, and I'm pretty sure the tree wasn't into it either, but hey, I came here to try new things, so here we go. tree. How was that? Well, it was at least interesting. I saw some ants and such like that, and it kind of made me worried I was gonna get, kind of made me worried I was gonna get bit by ants, but I didn't. And you know what? I will check that off another experience that I've done. We'll check in later, see how close to nature I am, how close to nature I'm feeling. Well, that moment kind of pulled me out of my head a little bit, and yeah, maybe it was weird and awkward, but that's okay. I didn't come out here expecting nature to hand me some big breakthrough on a silver platter. I did come here to be alone with my thoughts and to slow down and breathe and listen, and sometimes that's enough. Well, that's it for exploring on day 1, day 2. This is it for exploring on day 2. I don't know what I've learned. I don't know what I've taken away from this yet. I guess we'll see how the channel improves and what thoughts come to me later, tomorrow, day after. I was looking for some sort of epiphany or some sort of great mental lightning bolt moment, and you know, most things don't happen like that. Most things happen when you show up and just keep going, and I'm just gonna show up and keep going. So, looks like it's starting to rain. I'm gonna head back to my teeny tiny house. I was gonna eat outside, but it is just way too cold. It's about 4 or 5 degrees Celsius out there. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful, beautiful day, but just cold. And there's no way I was gonna be able to eat breakfast out there. So you can see what I cooked: bacon, pancakes. This is my last day here. You know, I've learned a lot about my filming style. I've learned about a lot about what I'm gonna do. I had lots of great ideas when I'm out here, which has been awesome. But all good things must come to an end eventually. This is my last breakfast. I might take another walk depending on if it warms up at least a little bit. And then it's time to pack and get out of here. So there we go. Time for my yum yums. After breakfast, I thought about going for a walk, but the chill never let up. I had also had plans to get some drone practice in on the drive home, but the winds had other ideas, and what started as a fairly stiff breeze would end up shaping the rest of my day more than I expected. Driving away from the tiny house, I really had mixed feelings. I wasn't quite sure yet what I'd got out of the experience, and if it was really the reset I needed or just a quiet 2 days away. But with a bit of time left before heading home, I set course for Pigeon Lake, hoping to end the trip with some beautiful shots. Of course, the wind had other plans.
So, I don't know if you can hear this. I was actually gonna come here to try and do some drone flying. I thought it would be really pretty, but the winds are massive. Like, I'm having a hard time just staying still. So I'm not gonna fly. Like, there's no way the drone would be gone. I'd probably never have a chance of catching it. Maybe as I drive back to maybe as I drive back to Airdrie, the winds will drive down and I'll find a better place. But right now, no way it's gonna happen. Absolutely not. And yeah, that is ice right behind me.
Well, there's more than one lake in Alberta, so maybe if I try another lake, I'll have some better luck. This time, Gull Lake.
Different beach. I really wanted to get flying, but maybe it's not going to happen today. I believe this is Gull Lake. So I was at Pigeon Lake. This is another bird lake, Gull Lake. And I was going to try and get it out here. Still pretty windy. Feels like it's still gusting 25 to 35. And I just don't want to take chances with the drone today. So it's another scrub for this launch.
After striking out at a second lake thanks to those relentless winds, I'll admit, I was feeling a little defeated. But the road home always includes one last stop, Gasoline Alley just outside of Red Deer. It's a bit of a tradition for me. For now, I've given up on trying to find a place to fly, but coming through Red Deer, passing through Gasoline Alley, one thing that I used to do all the time, and I haven't done it in years, is stop at Glenn's Family Restaurant. This place has been here pretty well since the dawn of time, and let's go and eat. I'm going to give you a review, because you know what? Why not? That's the way this today is going. We'll give you a review of Glenn's Family Restaurant. Final stop of the trip, Glenn's Family Restaurant in Gasoline Alley. It has been a fixture here since 1986, founded by Glenn and Jesse Simon. Known mostly for its massive tea selection of over 240 options. It used to be a regular stop for me years ago, but it's been a while, so I figured why not drop in and see what's changed. So, country fried chicken's not something that I've done, but since I'm kind of out in the country, why not? And apparently they do it with pierogies, so that's going to be an interesting twist with the garlic toast and all that kind of stuff. So, like I said, I haven't been here in years. Probably, I don't think I've been here since any of my younger two kids have been around. No, that's not true. But it's at least been for 3 or 4 years since I've been here, but definitely got that old time charm. So yeah, let's see if they live up to expectations and to memories. Glenn's isn't fast food, and they don't pretend to be. I ordered the country chicken with pierogies and steamed veggies, and then I waited. Let's just say this place gives you plenty of time to admire the decor.
Anything else?
For now, this is perfect.
That's good. Enjoy your meal.
All right, let's dig into this plate. And this is a plate.
Here we are.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, I guess we're here for the country chicken, so we better try out the country chicken. There's lots of gravy underneath. So the top's crispy, but obviously the bottom is not going to be so crispy. It is stupid hot. First impression, not a lot of seasoning on this. Not from the gravy, not from the chicken. The chicken is tender and juicy, that's great. But let's I'm just gonna put some salt and pepper on it. Oops, a lot of salt and pepper on it and see if we get at least a little something out of it. It is, not gonna lie, fairly bland. The vegetables kind of already look like they came out of a bag of kind of frozen. That's usually what happens when you get all the broccoli flecks and all that kind of stuff, but I could be surprised. There is a bit of flavor to them, so I mean, I'm not going to write home to mom about it, but it's actually not too bad. Let's try the pierogies. Let's just give everything an initial try. So, lots of bacon, lots of onions on it. We'll try this guy here. Let's give the pierogies a try. Not gonna lie, right now I would call the pierogies the highlight of the meal. They are fried quite lightly and good, obviously with a little bit of sour cream, bacon, onions, put that all together. The filling is good and creamy, and yeah, it honestly it's better than the chicken. If I could have a plate of these pierogies, I would probably be happy. So yeah, the pierogies were the real MVPs of that meal. But since I've got a real weakness for anything sweet, I figured I'd see if dessert could redeem things. So to me, that means ordering an apple crumble. And then, once again, the wait.
We have spoon in there.
Awesome.
Okay, enjoy.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This is bigger than I expected. Take a look at that. I am going to be eating this forever. Let's dig in. I'm used to a little more firmer crisp. You can see the ice cream is kind of sinking into it. Taste is good. Tart sour apples mixed with the sweet crumble and the sugar. Tastes good. Well, it was okay. Not writing home to mom about it, mostly because my mom is just 100 kilometers that way in Calgary. I'm not going to call her about it either, or text her about it. She would have told me not to waste the money on coming anyway, and I should have just packed some extra food. And in this case, she might have actually been right. Well, that meal is going to cost me about $40. I did splurge a little bit, but what can you say? But I don't know. Maybe if a few of you guys subscribe, then it was worth the splurge. But it wasn't worth the splurge just for the food itself. I could have easily eaten at an A&W, I could have easily eaten at an A&W or gone over to Peace Drive-In and probably been far more happy with what I was eating, unfortunately. I left Glenn's feeling, well, a little disappointed. It used to be a regular stop for me on the drive between Calgary and Edmonton, but either it's changed or I have. With the highway rolling out in front of me, I couldn't help but think about this whole trip. It wasn't flashy, it didn't go viral, that I know of, but it mattered. To me. I came out to push myself as a solo traveler, a filmmaker, and a dad trying to build something that lasts. Some things worked, some didn't, but every step moved my mission forward. And now, it's time for the next chapter, Jamaica. The whole crew's gonna be there. We're gonna have bigger stories, bigger challenges, and hopefully a bigger breakthrough. So if you've been here from the start, thank you. And if you're just joining, now's the time to hit subscribe, because the road ahead is about to get a lot more interesting.